Hey, how we doing, everybody?
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin, on a long day.
Yes, we just did a bunch of Mad Men, so keeping the energy up. We're gonna
That's
do
right, yeah.
Americans, baby, season 2. Here we go.
Yeah, I really loved the season 2 premiere.
Yeah.
We had a very
A family got murdered.
shocking. Anytime you're gonna have like a teenage kid that gets brutally murdered and they show it, that's rough, right?
Yeah. It is,
But
yeah.
I think they really got me when they had the reaction of the son
Yeah.
coming back.
Oh my
You
God.
know, and like his I don't know who that kid is, but kudos to him on just crushing the. Yeah, it's kind of like Sean Penn gets so much credit for that moment in Mystic River.
Is that my daughter?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He gets so much
What an
credit
Oscar for that.
right.
But it's cheesy.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of Mystic
It's not
River. You look back on it now and you're like, all right. Yeah, that was a haunting scene. Is kind of my point,
Yeah.
with all of that. So we have the stakes are high
The stakes are very high.
on this show for sure.
Yeah, and also we don't know who did that.
Yeah,
We have no idea who did it.
I would bet it wasn't the American government. Also, what's his name? Who was that? The courier?
Sanford.
No, the guy who
Who's
handed the actor from Fargo. Oh my God.
Which one?
The one that did the handoff with Philip.
John Carroll Lynch.
John Carroll Lynch, right?
I think Zodiac. He's in Fargo. Yes,
Right. Sorry.
No,
Also Zodiac. But he's a name character actor. There's no way that was it for him.
No.
So we are not done with that storyline involving him.
I think he's involved somehow.
Absolutely.
Well, obviously he's involved. He was handing off something
right.
to them.
And we're going to see more of him just because of the caliber of the actor that they used.
They can go two ways. I thought about this. Either he's involved directly, like he is in some kind of like inside job where he's like, I'm going to give this to them, and all of a sudden,
right.
But also, it doesn't make sense because he gave it to Philip.
Right. He wasn't there to fish out. Yeah, the contact,
exactly.
Right? Because it wasn't the contact that they got. So whoever it was already knew who the contact was supposed to be.
I have some suspicions too. We haven't seen her since the finale of the last season.
Sure.
Granny. Is Granny involved?
I think it's more likely that it's Soviet than American. Because remember, he was being trailed by FBI agents. Yeah. That's why it was a handoff. The FBI, if they were going to kill the person he handed off to, it would have gone after Philip. He was the one that did the handoff. It was the person who was supposed to get the handoff as who died.
Yeah.
So it wasn't. Plus, maybe I'm naive and I don't know how the Cold War really went without us knowing, but I don't feel like the FBI and CIA wiped out families like that on American soil.
No.
I don't know.
I'm sure
they certainly wouldn't tell me.
Yeah.
But that seems like not something of. It's not the FBI because they're a law enforcement agency, right? I mean, Stan killing that poor guy.
That was pretty rough.
That was over the line.
Yeah.
Wiping out a family to do it like that and not take anything from them, really, because Philip got their stuff.
They only killed Kennedys.
right. Yeah. Joking.
Yeah, joking.
But yeah, we've got a bad guy that we don't know who it is kind of the point, right?
I like that.
I do too. I like the intrigue of it. Yeah.
Because the first season was almost all family drama. Right. We need an adversary. You know what I mean? Like, in some way. You drag it out for a while, but we need them to have their backs against the wall a little bit.
Well, it's kind of the fun of, like, the La Femme Nikita film, the old one.
Good one. I like that movie.
I do, too. And as I recall, it's been a long time since I've seen it, I don't think you really know who she gets kind of force recruited and is working for.
I don't think so.
I think it's vague. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, is she working for good guys? Is she working for bad guys?
Yep.
Who is she actually working for? And I like that intrigue here. This got the same kind of intrigue. I'm like, I'm not sure who our secret villain is, and it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. If they don't reveal it up front, cool.
I hope it takes a while to figure it out.
Let's go for it.
I think Philip and Elizabeth are the ones that are going to have to figure it out.
And I want to see that. I like it when they're being resourceful. I like it when they kind of have to go outside the Soviets and figure stuff out themselves.
When they're kind of on their own, kind of lone wolfing, like we've got to be the ones to get this done.
Actually rely on each other.
Yeah.
Because we spent the whole first season with them kind of at odds with one another. Mm-hmm. And now the fact they kind of have to come together and protect themselves and their kids to figure stuff out, I'm in.
Other things, thank you for bringing that up, because I feel like this season, sooner than later, Paige is going to figure out something's off. And maybe even what it is.
She was rifling through the laundry.
Right. That's what I think that Elizabeth might have to have a real conversation with her. I don't know what you say. Can you tell your kid what you are? I mean, I don't know how that works.
I think she's a kid, so she's not like, it's not even that she's a teenager. You told a teenager, they'd overreact.
She's a teenager.
Well, yeah, but is she in high school? I don't think so.
I thought she was. She was 13 last season.
Yeah, so
okay, she's right at the edge. She's right there.
Yeah. I think teenagers, they rebel and they don't listen, obviously. So I don't think it's going to go well if she tells her right now. Now, in a later season, I definitely see the kids finding out.
Well, I don't think there's any way we get to the end of the show and have their kids not know.
Exactly.
You know?
I think some serious stuff will go down eventually where the house is jeopardized or something.
Absolutely.
So it already has been. The first season.
Right.
They came in, they abducted them from their own home. So we'll see what happens, I guess. And now that we know that operatives' families are getting wiped out, I think we're in for a pretty tense season.
Yeah, but now they realize that their children can actually be targets.
Yeah,
I mean, can you keep going on with life as normal for the kids without having to get them aware of the additional safety steps that required? Like, hey guys, whatever, right? or something as simple as, when we say don't talk to strangers, we really mean don't talk to strangers.
They did that in the first season too.
Yeah, right. Well, with the guy, right? Yeah, but there's a lot of risk here, and the stakes actually do seem higher this season than last season, and it seemed pretty high stakes.
It is.
All right.
Well, we're going to get there's no Patreon subscribers.
Right, sorry. Yeah.
So we're going to get going on YouTube, guys. If you're watching us here, welcome to our channel.
Hello.
My like button for us, leave us a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we've coming your way.
Yeah, if you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page. We are, for those of you watching on YouTube, 4 episodes ahead over on Patreon. So once you finish this one, you can just jump over there and sync on your own streaming service or device and watch along with us. We're watching on the Hulu. We're also watching 30 Rock right now as a Patreon exclusive.
It's always a good hang.
Nothing prepares you for them growing up.
Oh, that hits even harder.
Yeah.
Someone who knows us, every single one of us, someone who was onto the operation.
I think it's Granny. I really do.
I do too. I think she has something to do with it. Yeah.
Season, but I don't know.
I mean, maybe not. Maybe those might have been her people that just got killed. She might be looking too.
Yep. Because they knew that she was still in the States.
Right.
Or they knew she was still in the States,
She didn't hide that very well. Is that where Paige is going to find out?
You got Sherlock Holmes living in your house.
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is good tension.
It is. The paranoia, whether it's real or not. Yeah.
It'd be really fun if she does look down the street. There's some guy with like shades on, like looking very ominous.
You should talk to personnel. Put in an application so you're top of the list the next time one opens up there.
Well, sure, but this one's open now.
They don't need you anymore if you leave the office. Yeah.
You're smart. You're capable. You're working in a department that does important work. I mean, don't you want to stay and rise up somewhere where you can make a difference?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, on the news.
She's so easily swayed. Like she is. I feel so bad for her.
I do too.
They were killed in a hotel right near Old Town Alexandria. We were probably like a few blocks away when it happened.
Yeah, you probably were.
But it's the news,
right? We can't even watch the news now.
No, they really are. All right.
That was a great shot, isn't it?
So the whole episode, she's going to be
on edge. Intense, yeah. Kind of like The Burbs. Tom Hanks walking out. I do too.
Love that movie.
Tom Hanks was great in that, but I got to tell you, man, Bruce Dern was
great.
So much fun in that.
Love Bruce Dern.
I do too.
This is interesting to compare this to The Burbs, though, because it's a similar kind of vibe.
Paranoia.
Yeah. I just like when a TV show, like, they pull inspiration for their films, This show does that very well.
Группа в сборе?
Да.
Мне нужны отделы КР, Н и отдел безопасности.
Все готовы.
Хорошо.
Yeah, that wasn't a Soviet operation.
Аркадий Иванович, это может негативно повлиять на научно-технологическую часть операции.
I like that they won't let her in the room, too. It's like, I know you're helping us out now, but you don't deserve the benefit of the doubt.
Even that guy's look there.
Yeah.
What did Moscow say?
I didn't get the signal. The kids were up. I didn't want to leave them downstairs.
We'll find out.
Sounds like Moscow doesn't know anything.
Yeah. He's getting married to a very lovely young lady named Sarah.
Oh, great.
Second marriage. Gonna do it right this time.
My mother has that same clock in her kitchen.
Really?
Yeah.
You word was down.
Yeah. Showed up with a couple of FBI agents.
Обещание.
Как вы думаете, о чем мне там говорят?
Понятия не имею.
Ну, обманщица.
Прошу прощения.
У нее есть сердце.
So he's hitting on her.
Я думаю, что там происходит, гораздо важнее, чем ваш очень важный отчет.
Yeah.
Leave her alone.
Right.
Я тогда тут с вами посижу. Раз мы вместе ждем.
Is he spying on her? Or is he, I think he might just be hitting on her.
I think he's hitting on her, yeah.
Я феминист, Нина. Я работаю только на родину-мать.
The wink at the end there.
Yeah. It was a clever line, but still.
Right.
Definitely we're from Mother Russia.
Maybe it's just me because I've never been that blatant of a flirt in my life.
Haven't either,
It's like, let me just come on strong right now.
If I say something, I'm kidding. It's at work usually.
Right, yeah.
But like, it's not. Yeah, dude, come on.
Chesapeake, tonight they want us to check out Emmett's agent.
Do they think he did it?
I don't know. I don't think they know.
Yeah, somebody's gonna stay with the kids.
Yeah.
Пусть посетитель предъявит документы, проверить их через Москву, предложить им кофе и объясните, что им займутся.
Yeah, I gotta check this guy out.
Yeah.
We have to figure out a way to keep up. We could be wiped out.
Would it help if we came to work with you on the weekends?
No, it's not that bad.
Well, that's actually really sweet.
Yeah. Henry's so sweet.
Yeah, he
I
is.
like Henry.
Figure out a way we can be better in the competition, so I will see you in a couple of days.
I think these guys are safe because they're showing up while they're outside. I think if you just show up and set up a stakeout or whatever, you do it when everyone's not paying attention.
Right? Yeah.
It draws a lot of attention to pull up, right?
Mom. Coming.
Unless they're careless.
Old, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Look, I put my life on the line to get here. I don't think it's asking too much to talk to an actual human being.
I understand completely, and we're very grateful you have come.
Have we seen this guy before?
I don't think so. Yes, I gotta see him closer. I don't think we have though.
You want to tell me a little bit now about who you are and what you can do for us?
Smart.
Mm-hmm.
Very smart.
And we don't get to see any of it, of course.
Yeah. This season, man, they're really playing it close to the chest.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
This disguises.
I love it. It's
That's
one of my
yeah.
favorite parts of the show. It's a great bit.
I mean, if Philip's going to fight him, he's a big guy.
He's a huge guy.
He's a massive man.
The old spyware, though, is so cool.
It is
It's one of my
cool,
favorite
yeah.
parts of the show as well. Oh, this always stresses me out.
Yeah.
You think he shows up?
Maybe not now, but it's definitely going to happen.
He's either going to show up or he's going to find something.
Right. Wheat.
Yeah, sick. P-A-T-A-T.
Yeah. Hold on to that, man. Don't open the package.
Henry
Buy yourself a new car.
Yeah. No kid. Yeah, don't open it. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, jeez.
Well, that didn't work.
No. He's going to find you laying there.
Yeah.
Realistically,
Kind of got a bit of a jump scare on that one,
too,
actually.
Yeah. So did he. That drive me crazy.
Well, tell me about Arcadie's movements.
He's in and out of his office all day. Very busy.
After 11 o'clock?
Yes.
At some point, Stan's going to figure out she's being withholding.
Yeah. But he's still using her.
For sure,
like,
right.
Like, he does care, I'm sure, obviously.
No, I think he does.
You know, like, he's trying, but he's still using her, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I really enjoyed our dinner. The steak was excellent. Okay.
He's perfect for this.
Yeah, he is. He's menacing when he wants to be.
Not even just because of Zodiac. He's just...
Yeah.
Maybe it's legit.
Yeah. Well, I felt like it... Well,
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, that look says no. Yeah.
You guys want to go see a movie?
Yeah.
We could go see Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah!
You'd rather play Life than watch Raiders of the Lost Ark? Are you insane?
Yeah, come on, Paige. We go see Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
81.
It's a great movie.
I guess ET was 82. Yeah, also 81's like Reds, I think.
Yeah.
Reds was familiar. Good movie. Also about Russians.
We don't usually tell people about our kids, so you must really mean a lot to him. It is okay, Fred. Fred, it's okay.
So you like Bo Derek? Me too.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Oh, so tense.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that you told somebody about your relationship with Paul, or that they guessed?
God, great actor, man.
He is. How has he not had his own show?
I'm really honestly surprised by it.
He was. I just remember he was a guest actor. Had his kind of his own episode of The Walking Dead back when it was good, and it was like he was only on the one episode, but he was so good. It's like I would watch this guy in his own show.
He's just destined to be a character actor, you know.
For sure. I mean, for sure.
Go down as one of the all-time greats.
I'm gonna have to drop you guys off at the movie.
You're not coming with us? But you missed the turn, Mom.
I'll circle back around.
Paige isn't stupid. She's starting to figure out that this is.
It is suspicious.
Yeah,
it's like all of a sudden
everything's so manic. We're getting bounced around.
Yeah.
Board game to movie to now I can't go to the movie.
Yeah.
It's like
his wife and his daughter, and that poor son left all alone.
Yeah, it does suck.
Yeah.
The plant where they're grinding the propellers is moving. It's the one chance to get in there and read the settings on the machine.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
He brought me here to take drugs. I don't know what to do. I can't think.
This feels like a setup.
Right? It kind of does.
You're gonna be okay. Look at me. How long have you been here in the U.S.? 2 months. You're doing fine.
She comes back. The rest of us just smoke.
Yeah.
I got nervous.
So she's kind of
newbies.
Yeah.
Yeah, newbie.
We got everybody going in and out of the Soviet embassy between those hours and eliminated the people we know who work there.
I just feel like things are going to go wrong here, and they haven't yet.
It feels weird. I know the whole vibe of this.
Yeah, it's like
so
I'm feeling as paranoid as they are. Yeah,
me too. That's great. Great design by the way.
Yeah.
Great writing.
Well, that's a nice spot for the Soviets to get a source.
Bring them in.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah.
Use him a little bit.
You what?
It's a long story, but he didn't do anything.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just kind of
could have killed me. Yeah. That's awful late for those guys to still be working.
We should probably
I know.
go over there.
Are you okay?
I mean, they did fix the road, but still, you know, like
it seems late.
Yeah. Would hitmen go that far? Actually, like do the job?
Well, I just mean it seems late for a legit construction team to be there.
It does.
It's like what is it, like 8 o'clock at night?
Yeah. She's in this weird tug of war. She's being pulled back and forth to both sides, and it's like. Now, I thought, I don't know, if anything is going to happen to Nina, which side do you think is going to be the one to get rid of her? Do you think it's going to be the Soviets?
No.
You don't think so? I think it'll be.
I don't think she feels anything for Stan.
I don't either. I just think that like they're way less trusting of her though. Like they're all suspicious. They're all looking at her.
Yeah, but I think it's going to get out to the Americans. She's going to get burned eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
I'm gonna get a gun.
Martha.
Clark. I don't want to be a victim.
Yeah. I feel like that's an ominous.
It's ominous. Yeah.
That's going to be a salient plot point at some point.
I think so too. I really do too.
He may end up killing her with her own gun at some point.
Oh, I know I hate that, but I think it's true. I want to know what the catalyst is. Like, how is she going to figure it out? You know,
you're right.
Could I get the area code for Crescent, Pennsylvania?
Paige, man, she is onto something.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm looking for the phone number and address for Helen Levis.
Oh, that's where she was. I think that's where she was recovering at.
Yeah.
Heard your voice on the phone, so I drive straight through.
Night.
Waiting for Henry to be like, we saw Raiders of the Lost Ark today. It was awesome. But she's melted. She's melted. Yeah. I wonder if that would have scared him. The face melt. It freaked me out the first time.
Yeah. I was pretty young when I saw it the first time. There he is.
Yeah. I hate the laundromat so much.
Not a fan. Never was.
Going there later today.
You guys no idea why, yeah.
walking back to the room. When I was leaving, I heard him screaming.
Yeah.
That was rough for us, too.
Yeah, it was.
What's going to happen to him now?
Sent her to make sure he's taken care of.
Taken care of how?
One of those situations where it's like, I'm your long-lost uncle.
Right.
Something like that, yeah.
I never worried about Paige and Henry being safe.
Never considered the kids.
Yeah, one of the kids.
I mean, how are we going to live like this?
You gotta train your kids.
We'll get used to it.
Natasha Romanoff style.
Or that movie, Hannah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a sick movie.
I can't believe I pulled Henry into that. But I pulled him into this.
You wonder if it would have saved his life if he just said no.
Right.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I think they were. I think they were on to Paul.
That was it. Okay, cool. All right, so 2 for 2 with it, leaving us with more questions than answers.
Yeah, a lot of questions still.
I like that. I like that this season. It's obviously always been a continued narrative. Like, I feel like the first season they just kind of wrap it up.
Yeah.
This season, it's like, nope, we're going to keep going.
Yeah. I think we're going to go a ways before we have answers on what's going on. I love the fact that we don't have the dramatic irony. We know everything the characters are trying to figure out. I'm not a fan of that most of the time.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's times it's done well, times it's done poorly.
Yeah,
but I feel like this is a situation where I'm kind of glad that we're along for the ride with the characters of the show that have no idea what's going on. But I do think you're right. I don't know in what capacity, how or when, but I think Granny's coming back at some point here in this season, in this storyline.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's going to be a protagonist or an antagonist for our lead characters, but I feel like we're going to have Granny in here either to save the day or to make it worse.
They didn't mention her once since the assassination, so she's not on their minds.
Right.
They just briefly mentioned her in the beginning, obviously. So whenever she does come back, I'm sure it's going to be a big reveal.
Right.
They're going to kind of treat her like the Jaws from Shark, maybe the Shark from Jaws, maybe. But I don't know. Like it could very well not even be her.
No, that's true. But it may not be her, but I think she's going to be back.
Yeah.
Sooner rather than later. Now, my question is, when Nina kind of gave up the fact that they had to walk in, she's going to be parsing out limited information to him to keep him think that she's working for him, right? Yeah. She has to. Do you think that she knew that they would figure out who it was?
Nina?
Because remember, she was like, I didn't get any details. I wasn't close. I don't really know what's going on. And she wasn't, right? She wasn't letting the room or anything.
Yeah.
So she wasn't really lying there. But do you think that when she says, oh, we had a walk-in today, that meant that they were going to be able to turn around and just like that find out who that walk-in was?
I don't think so.
I don't either. I don't think she realized that she gave a lot of information there.
I don't either. And also, the wheels are kind of turning for John Carroll Lynch. Sorry, I'm stuttering my words. It's been a long day, guys.
Yeah.
With John Carroll Lynch's character, I think he could be involved still, too.
I do, too.
Okay. For one, the chessboard. Also, I don't know if you caught this. Before you saw the chessboard, it showed the books from the Sherlock Holmes.
Right.
I kind of made that comparison earlier, like an adversary.
Right.
What if it's him somehow?
It could be.
He was asking Philip about the kids.
Right.
He's like, was that your son?
Right.
And he's like, I'm not supposed to tell you about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think, maybe he's involved in some way. I don't know why it just kind of hit me, but I was like, wait a minute.
Sure. He could very well be like, a Moriarty level master criminal here,
And I kind of think that's what we're headed with this now. I don't know why it just hit me, but I was stewing on it. We were talking about, like, who could it be? And it's like, well, we haven't seen anybody else.
Right.
But maybe we have. I don't know if it's him per se that's doing this, but at the same time,
I do love the intrigue of it, though.
I love the intrigue of everything about this season.
I love the mystery of this season.
And to go back to the Nina situation, even with that, there's suspicions of her at the office.
Right. They don't want her around some of these conversations. Yeah.
Her weird looks. And the Stan is so hook, line, sinker right now. It's like, come on, bro. Like,
yeah.
And also the guy that he's following at the end of the episode. Who the heck is that?
Right.
Who works for World Bank? I mean,
we'll get more details on him for sure, on why he went to the Soviets, what he has for the banking, and why the Soviets would care.
Yeah.
But I do think the farther we see Stan sink into this, and the more he cares, the more likely it's going to be that we're going to have a conclusion where when Stan is made aware of the fact that he's been played, I would say that there's as good a chance as any that he's the one that kills Nina, and he does it. He's not supposed to. He does it in a fit of rage.
I think so. I wouldn't put it past Stan.
Like a sense of betrayal to him personally.
Sure. I mean, if he killed Vlad like that,
right? Exactly.
Imagine the betrayal he'll feel from Nina.
Right. The idea of Stan going rogue because he thinks he's doing the right thing, kind of a Machiavellian, the ends justify the means thing.
Sure.
Seems really high with Stan.
But also, how tragic would it be if it's the Soviets that get rid of her? That'd be also very tragic.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because they're like, okay, we don't trust you, or we're done with you at this point.
Back to Gulag. I feel like I feel like there's only one. I feel like if they wanted to get rid of her, they would have done it already.
I do too.
Because when she fessed up. But I do feel like this. There's also the possibility, now that we're talking about it, that Stan realizes that she's playing him, and instead of Stan killing her, he sets her up in a way that makes the Soviets do it. That makes them think that she betrayed them. Yeah.
Do you think it's going to happen this season, or do you think they're going to wait a bit?
I don't know. Nina could be around for a while. She's an interesting character. She's being performed really, really well. I think you lose an important dynamic of the show without her. Now, it's a brilliant show. They'll replace her with something else, right? There'll be a new dynamic, a new direction to work from.
Yeah.
But I do like her presence here. I do think,
she's as mainstay, part of the cast. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. She's I didn't think she would be when we first met her.
I didn't either.
I was like, well,
several episodes.
Right. I was like, oh, she's like, she's staying around. Yeah. And I feel like it might be for the long term.
And I kind of think if they do get the show parallel, all the characters have very interesting parallels. So I think that if she goes anytime soon, then of course Martha's going to go, and vice versa. Right. I think as soon as Martha goes, then Nina goes, then that it would just parallel one another very well.
Right.
These two sources they have. By the way, the Martha thing, they're setting up something weird with that too.
When she decided she was going to get a gun, I think they are. It's like, well, there's some tragedy coming in Martha's world. It's going to start right there.
But also the fact that she's like, I want to quit my job and go work somewhere else. And it's like, well, then I'm done with you.
Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, there's no way that he would continue with that.
No way at all.
I don't know what he would do. I don't
want a divorce.
Right. Yeah. Or like he could just disappear from her life.
That's the realistic option.
Right.
He's just going to disappear from her life.
Right.
Because there's no Clark. Westerfield?
Yeah, Clark Harold Westerfield or something like that. Westerfeld.
It was Herbert?
It was Clark Herbert Westerfeld. Yeah. What a name. But yeah, since he's not real, he could just disappear.
Exactly. And
she would never know.
That's
right.
going to happen.
Right.
Also, do people at the office know that she's married now? Obviously, she has the ring on her finger.
Well, I don't think she's wearing it to work, is she?
I don't know.
I thought she was going home and putting it on.
Maybe she is.
I think he said that you got to keep this quiet.
I mean, yeah, because she's spying on her boss for him.
Right.
And it's just not clicking for her at all.
Of course, if he does just disappear, she might...
Then it'll all come together.
That's what I'm saying. Then she might be like, I've been doing this for him and now he's gone. And it's like, well, then that just kind of burns the fact that they got spying in the first place.
I don't think he can just disappear then, because she's seen him up close and personal.
I think she's a liability. I think you're right.
And he's only wearing a wig and glasses.
Right.
She's seen him without the glasses.
She's intimate enough with him that if she saw a picture, obviously, of Philip as Philip, she'd be like, that's my freaking husband. Why does his hair look like that?
Yeah. So I think, she's... Oh, poor Martha.
Yeah. She's not long for this world, right?
Yeah. So this is the fun part of the show, guys. We obviously have no idea. So
we're speculating.
Watching us speculate, you guys can tell us how wrong we are. Don't spoil the show.
No spoilers, please. We're enjoying this a lot.
Don't even tell us. Just enjoy it at your own reason, I guess.
Absolutely. We will catch you next. Guys,
see ya.